हेलो एवरीवन। इस लेक्चर में हम लोग ऑप्टो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डिवाइसेस के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। ऑप्टो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स is the study and application of electronics devices that interact with the light. Optoelectronic devices are those electronic devices which can produce, detect and control the light. We all very much familiar with the optoelectronics devices. The main optoelectronic devices are light emitting diode, laser, detector, solar cell, optical fiber. ऑप्टो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डिवाइसेस के कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना बहुत ही इजी है अगर हम लोगों का पीएन जंक्शन डायोड जो कि 11th-12th क्लास में पढ़ाया हुआ है वो बिल्कुल ही क्लियर है। सो इन वेरी ब्रीफ लेट्स फर्स्ट डिस्कस पीएन जंक्शन डायोड और सेमीकंडक्टर which we which we have already discussed in class 11th or 12th. Semiconductor material are those material having resistance greater than the conductor but less than the insulator. And the materials are also divided on the basis of the forbidden gap, means the gap between the conduction band and the valence band. This forbidden gap in case of semiconductor is greater than the conductor but less than the insulator. And by the process of doping, this semiconductor is divided into two parts, that is p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. So semiconductor is of two type: pure semiconductor, that is called intrinsic semiconductor, and impure semiconductor, that is called the extrinsic semiconductor. This extrinsic semiconductor is of two type. First one is p-type semiconductor and then n-type semiconductor. Now this p and n-type semiconductor, when combined together, then it forms a junction. PN junction is interface between p-type and n-type semiconductor material, which is building block of most of the electronics devices. The junction in between two type of material is generally non-conductive, which can further modulated by biasing. Under forward bias, the current can easily flow, whereas in reverse bias, a little of no current flow across the junction of semiconductor material, which make this junction suitable for rectification and switching application. All these things we have already studied in our 11th and 12th class. So the PN junction can be biasing by by two way. One is called forward bias. In forward bias the current is flow, but in reverse bias the current is not flow. Okay, so this is all about we study in our 11th 12th. And this the pure semiconductor which we study is the germanium and silicon. Now the question is arise here: the same germanium and silicon can be used for optoelectronic material? So the answer is no. सेम जर्मेनियम और सिलिकॉन मटेरियल जो कि हम लोग अभी तक पीएन जंक्शन डायोड को बनाने में या पी टाइप एन टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर जो हम लोग पढ़े हैं उसको बनाने के लिए जर्मेनियम को जो यूज़ करते थे वो यहाँ पर ऑप्टो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डिवाइसेस को बनाने के लिए नहीं यूज़ करेंगे। इसको समझने के लिए हम लोगों को ई के डायग्राम, ई फॉर एनर्जी एंड के ऑफ कोर्स वेव वेक्टर, इसको समझना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। ई के डायग्राम एक्चुअली इट इज़ द रिलेशन बिटवीन द एनर्जी एंड मोमेंटम ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन। हियर इन डायग्राम हम लोग वी कैन सी दैट, हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि देयर इज़ ए कंडक्शन बैंड एंड वैलेंस बैंड, एंड in between these two band there is a gap. That gap is called energy gap. In the right side of figure हम लोग को दिख रहा है कंडक्शन बैंड है, वैलेंस बैंड है। अपर एनर्जी लेवल को ईवी ईसी एंड द लोअर वन इज द ईवी, V for valence band and C for conduction band. When the photon or the electron jump from higher to lower means conduction band to valence band, then photon energy is released. On the basis of this gap, the semiconductor is divided into two parts, direct semiconductor and indirect semiconductor. अभी तक हम लोगों ने पढ़ा है कि semiconductor is divided into two parts, intrinsic and extrinsic. Pure semiconductor is called intrinsic and impure semiconductor is called extrinsic semiconductor. Now, on the basis of the gap between the conduction band and valence band, this semiconductor is divided into two parts, direct and indirect semiconductor. The type of band gap in semiconductor is important for the selection of material for many electronic devices. There are two type of band gap in semiconductor, that is direct and indirect band gap. The energy E of a particle is always associated with a wave vector k, which implies that for any transition between bands, both energy and momentum must be conserved when an electron absorbs through energy to exit the energy gap Eg. The electron can jump from the valence band into the conduction band. The source of energy could be photon, phonons, or electric field. In direct band gap semiconductors such as gallium arsenic, the maximum and minimum of energy versus momentum relationship occur at the same value of wave vector, जैसा कि हम लोग फर्स्ट डायग्राम में देख रहे हैं. And in the second diagram, the second diagram is for indirect band gap semiconductor like germanium and silicon. Germanium and silicon are the indirect band gap semiconductor, in which in the second diagram we can see the maximum and minimum of energy versus momentum relationship occurs at different wave vectors, which particularly which we can see in the second figure. In this case, means in second case, the electron cannot directly jump into the conduction band, but once the electron at the valence band ages ev absorbs energy and reaches the energy level of conduction band ages ec across the energy band eg, it can directly jump into the conduction band with the aid of phonon energy, because phonon usually exist anyway. Direct and indirect gap semiconductor have major differences in their optical properties. Direct band gap semiconductor are more efficient photon emitters. So this is used for the optoelectronics devices. Now, factors which affect the light emission wavelength and intensity are distribution of charge carriers in active region, generation and recombination of carriers, direct and indirect bandgap material. These three factors are responsible, are or you can say that these are the factors which affect the emission of light.
सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट टू डिस्कस वन बाय वन. एक एक पॉइंट्स को हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं. फर्स्ट वन इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ चार्ज कैरियर्स इन एक्टिव रीजन. The active region of optoelectronic devices can be fabricated into two ways. First one is homojunction and second one is heterojunction. In a homojunction devices, semiconductor interface occurs between similar band gap semiconducting material. When an electron and hole go through the space charge region, they recombine and a photon is emitted. So the depletion region plus diffusion length is total active region for light emission. The majority charges carriers are distributed over quite large distance in materials and their concentration decrease continuously as charges diffuse further into the adjacent region. So the recombination occur over a large region of material. Also, the minority carrier concentration is changing continuously. As a result, number of radiative recombination decreases, which comes into the conclusion that homojunction are not suitable for fabrication of high efficiency optoelectronics devices. It means, of course, heterojunctions are suitable for the optoelectronics devices. What is this? in heterojunction semiconductor, two dissimilar semiconductor containing different band gap are sandwiched together, which make it suitable for fabrication. So of course this type of means heterojunction is used for the fabrication of optoelectronics devices. Okay, now our second point is generation and recombination of the carriers. What is this generation and recombination of carriers? When an electron excites from valence band to conduction band under influence of potential, light or current, etc., a current hole pair is created in the material. This process of creation of electron hole pair is called generation process, but there is a restoring process which go parallelly with generation and dismisses electron hole pair is called recombination process. Means when electron go from the वैलेंस बैंड टू कंडक्शन बैंड, तो जब ये वैलेंस से कंडक्शन में जा रहा है तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और होल का पेयर बन रहा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द जनरेशन. और जब इलेक्ट्रॉन कंडक्शन बैंड से वैलेंस बैंड में आ रहा है तो ये होल से कंबाइन हो जा रहा है, देन दिस इज कॉल्ड रिकॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द कैरियर. सो दिस दोनों प्रोसेस पैरेलली होते रहता है. ओके, सो the process by which carrier recombine inside semiconductor are also categorized into two parts, that is radiative and non-radiative. Non-radiative recombination, which generally involve emission of phonon, are further classified into four types, that is surface recombination, Agar transition, tunneling, impact ionization. These are four types of non-radiative recombination. In non-radiative recombination, electron and hole pair recombines non-radiatively, and the energy liberated in this process goes to the lattice. So instead of emission of light, energy is used in heating of device. So of course this types of recombination is not suitable for optoelectronics devices. I hope कि आप लोगों का कॉन्सेप्ट रिलेटेड टू optoelectronics devices क्लियर हो. नेक्स्ट वी विल डिस्कस one by one. Okay, till thank you so much.